Alright, in this step we want to learn how we can instantiate a new object at runtime by C# Unity. Imagine we have this green cube, okay? I want to create another cube in Unity, okay? For example, I can right click on this one and duplicate another one, okay? But I did it, and when the player is stopped. But what happened when we are at the player, and we are in the runtime? We can't duplicate an object. In fact, creating a new object with using a template object or prefab, which we call this process instantiate. For example, if I want to create a gun, we will instantiate a bullet exactly at the position of the nose of the gun. Then we will add force to the rigid body of that bullet, and we will shoot. Okay, let's make a gun with together. We will call it public game object. I call it bullet, okay, and public transform fire gun nose, okay. In the past we learned how we can call buttons, okay. Now we will input get button down fire one, okay. Excuse me. We can say instantiate inside the parentheses. We'll say, okay, my friend, it is the bullet, that object we want to instantiate from, okay. And here we need to add the position of that object when we instantiate, okay. We'll say gun nose dot position, and exactly in the same rotation, okay. It means it will instantiate a bullet object at the position of gun nose and exactly the same rotation of gun nose as well. Let's make a save. I already added part 17 to the main camera object. Now, look at the main camera. We have bullet and gun nose. And this is, for example, our bullet. Okay, we'll call it bullet. Alright, and let's make a prefab for our bullet and remove it. Okay, drag and drop bullet to this guy. And bullet needs to have a box collider, and also rigid body. Thank you. Okay, I already drag and drop and the bullet, this variable. I call it okay, gun nose. It is here. Okay, beautiful. And this is our gun nose. Okay, let's go to the game mode and play the scene. Now I press left click. Okay, let's check what's going on here. Okay, it didn't instantiate. Let's come back to the Unity. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be inside void update. Excuse me. Excuse me. come back to the scene. I surprised. Why? Okay. I press left click. Look at this. Shoot, 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 shoot. Something like this. Okay? It is really good. But first, we have a lot of bullet objects and they are still working. And also, if you take a look at it, it doesn't shoot them. It just instantiate them. Let's make a shoot system. Let's come back to our Unity. We want to say, okay, after instantiate this object from the bullet game object, give them rigid body force at the forward angle, Z angle, okay? So we need to have access to each object instantiator. We will say, let's make a virtual local variable here, game object, call it bullet, okay? And now, this bullet already has a rigid body component, correct? So get component, rigid body dot add force, and here we have to, for example, forward gun nose dot forward times, for example, it is the velocity of the gun shooting system, for example 5000. Okay, come on. Boom. That's it. We have a lot of bullets. If you wanna make it look like a pistol, tap 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 tap. But if you remove that down, you will have a machine gun. Look at this. I press left click and hold it. Something like this. It is beautiful. Now, I will say, honestly, the problem of this method is, not this method, our work is, if I instantiate an object, they will stay forever, and it is performance consumer, and it's not good actually. Look at this. Many objects have been instantiated here, and we can't do anything with them with this method. But I propose to add a new C# script which called bullet. And I will say, let's go to the Visual Studio for this public class bullet. And here I will say, okay, my friend, destroy myself game object after 1.5 seconds in the void start. Okay? And give this, I want to give this a script to that prefab. Bullet to the bullet prefab. Excellent. I click bullet and drag and drop bullet script to this guy. And now I play the scene, and please take a look and pay attention to the hierarchy. Look at this. Tap, 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 tap. It is exactly that thing we want. With this method, you can define a range for your gun. For example, pistol can with pistol you can shoot at the target which is, for example, maximum 100 meters from you. But with assault rifle you can change this death time, destroy time, to, for example, 5 seconds. So with assault rifle you can shoot at somebody from 500 meters or 300 meters. Okay, you can say, okay, let's make this as a variable, public float death time, okay, equal 1.5 seconds. Excellent. And instead of this guy I will write death time. Let's come back to our code, and I will say public boolean pistol equal true. Okay, I will say if input dot get key down key code dot p, the pistol is true, and I will write here public float bullet death time. Okay, after we shoot that object we will have the same method for get component, but instead of rigid body we will say let's have a connection to the bullet script and change the death time and make it equal bullet death time. Now if we change the if we click P, press P, the pistol mode is true and bullet death time will be equal 0.5 seconds. If we press A, maybe we don't need pistol. Yeah, make it easy, you know. Just if we press A, it will be assault rifle, so it will be 5 seconds. Okay? With pressing P or A, we will change the mode of our gun. Maybe we can use this method as well. Bool pistol, to be able to understand, okay, what is our mode right now on the hierarchy. Okay, and make it false. Let's come back to the Unity. Okay, now we have this guy and make it 0.5. I want to press P. Look at this. 0.5 seconds. Sorry, 1.5 seconds. Okay, now I press A. They will stay for 5 seconds. That's it. We change to pistol, again 0.5 seconds. And even we can change the speed of the shooting system as well. For example, I will say bullet speed equal 5,000. Okay, in the pistol side it will be 5,000. In the assault rifle it will be 10,000. Let's come back to the Unity. Now we are in the pistol mode. It is 5,000. Now let's go to the assault rifle. It will be more faster, 2 times faster. Okay, this is it. We learned how we can instantiate an object and change the some variables of that instantiated object, and also we can add force to that instantiated object, and also we can change some variables for this current component script and also another script at runtime. Okay, let's go to the next step.